What's up everyone, it is Kamakazi here today, and today I'm going to be talking about war robots and the issue of pay to win, guys. Because pay to win is a major issue in war robots currently, and almost every player can agree with me on this, that it's really messing up the game. And a lot of players are turning away from the game because they just can't deal with this pay to win anymore. Now, for those of you that don't know what pay to win is basically when you're paying money in order to this is real currency, when you're paying real currency to have a in-game advantage over players that don't pay real life currency. So War Robots is definitely a game like that. Now, I would rather have it not be pay to win, and that we can't pay to have, this game have, that we can't pay to just be better at the game. But that's how most games make money these days, guys. Most mobile games are pay to win in that sense. But I think that really, in reality, the amount of pay to win that War Robots has is appalling. It makes no sense to me, and the tactics that they use in order to make us pay money honestly screw players over and just make people turn away from their game and stop paying. So, I'll give an example. The meta changes, guys. There is no denying that they changed the meta so that the Champion League players pay money. Guys, you cannot deny this, because it does not take a master of developing or balancing to understand that a Last Stand module or an Ares or an Aljun is going to be overpowered. We look at the Ares and we see, oh yeah, it's a robot that goes 60 kilometers per hour, has a built-in ability that has 4 other energy weapons that does a lot of damage, and then if you hit the shield that it has, that weapon does even more damage. And then on the outside, it has 8 seconds of its Ares ability, and then only a 16-second cooldown. You cannot tell me that that is not overpowered. In a sense, just looking at the stats for that robot, I can tell you that is going to be an overpowered robot. Now, seeing it play is an entirely different thing. We can see actually how overpowered it is, and we see that today. And Pixonic is not very rushed in saying, oh yeah, the Ares is overpowered, we need to nerf it. Because what is it then? Don't quote this on me, but don't quote this, but it's been, I don't know, 4 or 5 months since the Ares came out. I think it's about that. And it does not take 4 or 5 months to actually nerf something. It does not take that long. But for some reason, Pixonic is taking their good old time with getting a nerf. I would much rather have them get a robot out and then, get a robot out that's balanced in the first place. But if something like this does slip through, which it never really should, they need to administer a nerf right away. But they don't. You know why? Because they are making a hell of a ton of money on that. A ton of money, guys. I am talking, there are players up in the Champion Leagues that will spend hundreds of dollars to buy this robot and then MK2 it out. They are making a lot of money, and I'm telling you, as soon as they stop making money off of the Ares, they are going to nerf it, and then they're going to nerf it so badly that it probably won't be meta. And then a new robot is going to come in, and it's going to be even more overpowered. That is the issue. They imbalance the meta and actually make the game very imbalanced to the point where one robot is overpowered to the other. It just frustrates people. It just makes people angry. It just makes people say, I'm done with this game. It makes people rage quit the game. And that is the issue, guys. I know so many people who have just said, okay, and these are players that pay a lot of money on the game. I know some of them that have said, okay, I'm just not paying anymore. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. And that's what they say. And sometimes they will continue to play, just not pay. And sometimes they won't, they'll just delete the game. And I don't blame them at all. I don't mind having a pay-to-win game, honestly. Again, I would rather have it not be pay-to-win, but the fact of gaming today is that really, that's how you make money. That is how you make money. Sadly. That's the sad truth, and it's something that I have to deal with. But the pay-to-win in War Robots, honestly, should be illegal. That is how bad and manipulative it is. What if we had, in the past, I don't know, year, 5 meta changes, Yeah, because we had the Dash bots, and then we had the Spectre, and then we had the Hellburner, and then we had Ares. Now Aljune's coming into it. Well, actually, we had Aljune, and then Invader came into the play, and then they nerfed the Invader. So, you know, yeah, we've had a couple of different meta changes in just this short span of time. It does not take some Einstein to figure out, oh yeah, these robots are overpowered and need a nerf before they come on the live server. And when they come on the live server, and then suddenly you see all the top players running 2 and 3 of them in their hangar, because people do that. People run 2 and 3 Ares. That's when you realize, oh yeah, this robot is overpowered and it needs a nerf. But they don't do that because Pixonic is making money off of that. And honestly, I think Pixonic could make more money. Let's think about this, guys. What if they actually made a good and balanced meta, guys? Where we had so many different robots. The Hover, for example. They gave a buff to that and nerfed the Ares. And then made other robots. The Butch. All of those, you know? Raven. Strider. Well, Strider's already meta. Inquisitor. And they put all of those component weapons and high gold robots together. And then, you know, we have a bunch of different robots in the meta. People are collectors, guys. People that are in the top leagues, they're going to get bored with a robot. So they're going to go to a different... They're going to get bored with their hangar, and they're going to say, okay, I'm going to go and get a Raven, and then they buy a Raven. You don't need to force players with a new meta and just constantly. The cycle of this is awful, and many players just don't stick with it. Because eventually, they just say, I'm done with this. I can't afford to pay hundreds of dollars every single month in order to sustain my hangar. It's not just buying premium, honestly, guys, or a dollar gold deal every once in a while. It is buying hundreds of dollars worth of bots every single time the meta changes so that you can remain in these top clans, so that you can remain in the top leagues. It is awful. You see, me, as a free-to-play player, I am getting screwed over on the daily. Now, I have managed ways to overcome that, such as grinding and really being strategic, but it's still extremely hard. It would probably take me years to MK2 and get all my modules and upgrade all that, just to get that top meta tier hangar that players today have, because I don't pay. There needs to be a line, really, I feel like, and there is a line in pay to win that Pixonic has crossed over and over again, where they don't care about what they do to the game. They don't care about how they make other players feel. They just want to make money. And I feel like that strategy, honestly, is an awful strategy. Let's think about it. Let's say you're a waiter, guys, and you're rushing out the food as fast as you can, and you're not doing a great job on it, but you just want tips. You really don't care, okay? You want to get as many tables as possible, and rather than really, like, checking in on your customers, you know, making sure that everything is going okay, you just try and get maybe 10 tables rather than 8. Okay. So, yeah, you have 10 tables now. But guess what? Are you going to get tips? No. Because you're rushing around trying to get all these extra tables, and you're not really caring about the people there, and so eventually they're just going to either not tip you or leave. And that is exactly what's going on in Warbots today. A lot of players are either not paying, or they just leave the game entirely. I think of video gaming as a restaurant, guys, and Pixonic is serving up a bunch of radioactive just slop. And everyone's like, nope, I don't want that. And so they don't pay, or they leave, guys. So, you know, this entire system of the customer is always right. Make the customer happy. In these days, that's not how businesses work. They really don't care. They think about the profits rather than making the customers happy. And in a sense, yeah, you have to make money, guys. But in the end, I feel like you're going to make more money if you make the player happy. Because let's say you wait a couple of less tables at your restaurant, and you really care about those customers, you really take your time with them and make sure that everything is going okay. They are going to give you a lot more of a tip, guys. Rather than whatever Pixonic is doing right now. Honestly, I feel like this game could go places, and it has gone places in the past. It's made 100 million downloads total in the first couple of years. And now we're like, what, 2 years later, and this is all after all the pay to win started coming into play, and people are like, you know, it's not getting anywhere. We haven't passed, at least as far as I know, we haven't passed 150 million downloads, and this game has been around for 5 years, and in just the first couple of years, they hit 100 mil. It's not getting anywhere, and Pixonic doesn't realize that. They need to realize that their business strategy is not going to work, and it's going to lead to their company's failure. Okay? Do you get what I'm saying, though? You know? I think everyone does get what I'm saying. You know, let's talk about Fortnite for a second. Now, Fortnite recently has come under a lot of controversy. And a lot of players are getting angry at that game, and they're leaving that game because Fortnite continuously brings in stuff that players don't want. Now, in the beginning, they were making players happy. Every single update, they made the players happy for the most part. They listened to their community, and they made updates likewise. Or not likewise. They made updates accordingly. Someone, you know, wants a pump shotgun buff or nerf or whatever, they did it. Now they're releasing a bunch of crap, and that players just really aren't liking, and now Fortnite is dying. Huh, you wonder why? And this is going to be the same exact thing that is going to come to Robots and Pixonic as a company. If they do not watch out, this game is going to die, and it's going to die quick. I really hope that they begin listening to their players a lot more, rather than just trying to screw them over and steal our money. Because this obviously is not working. You know there's an issue when players are organizing riots against you, saying, oh yeah, for the next month, the next week, whatever, we're not going to play, we're not going to pay, where they are organizing riots against you to try and fix your game. When you see that, that is a gigantic red flag that you need to really look at your game and say, okay, well, this needs to be fixed. There are so many things that I can point out in this game. I could probably point out 30 things in this game that need to be fixed, that Pixonic really doesn't pay attention to. And half of them wouldn't even decrease their profits. Half of them wouldn't even affect their profits. Like, just making a better kind of, whatchamacallit, a better board where you can like move around. You know how they have the power up button and the modules button and all of those buttons and the controls. Being able to move your controls where you want to would be amazing. Everyone wants that. Everyone is advocating for that. The reload button, everyone wants that. Everyone is advocating for that. But they don't listen. You see, it's a major issue when a game company does not listen to their players, because they're gonna get a gigantic wake-up call soon. When they realize, oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't have screwed over our players. Maybe we shouldn't have turned the top Champion League player base into just this, what's left of the Champion League player base, I must say. They've just turned into complete crap, honestly. I can drop into a match right now, and I'm going up against Master League players. Now, I'm a kind of mid-tier in Champion League, but I'm either destroying randoms, absolutely destroying them, because they are in Master League 3, and they cannot handle me. Now, not being braggy, but they can just not handle what I am serving them. Now, and then, they're a bigger fish in the sea, because then we have the full MK2 players that are absolutely destroying me. Maybe they need to fix the matchmaking. You ever thought of that? Or maybe they need to make it so Ares is an OP, Aojun is an OP. Other robots like that aren't overpowered, and other robots actually have a chance. If we make the hover and other robots like actually make a balanced meta, well, that's a major step forward in terms of this player base. If they make it so that, you know, it doesn't take you years as a free-to-play player to actually get a full MK2 hanger, that's a gigantic plus. But until then, we just have to wait and see what Pixonic serves us. And right now, I'm not liking what they're serving me. Pixonic has this idea of 2 steps forward and then 1 step back. I feel like sometimes we are getting places. Really. I feel like we are getting places, but it's just so slow, because it's like we're running on ice, basically. Because, you know, This event was epic, guys. I honestly really like this event, and I do have some things I think that could be improved. But you know what? Not everything's perfect, and this event was a huge plus from the other one. Now, what's update 5.1 going to be like? It's going to be a hellscape. Because they are releasing pilots, which is just another version of MK2, of Last Stand, and all of this. Now, I can tell you their exact motivations with this, and everyone knows this. You see, the Last Stand and all of those, the passive modules in general, they found a major issue with these, because you know what? You can transfer them to other robots. They want something where when they can change the meta, you know, it's not transferable. So that's what they're doing with pilots. You see, when you have a pilot, it's locked onto that exact same build, so you cannot change that build. So that's what they want. They want something that's not transferable, so when they change the meta, people are going to have to pay even more to be able to have those meta hangers. Honestly, I'm just done with this. I don't know what you guys want to do. Do you guys want to, like, protest or something? Like, just do some no pay? I don't know. I want to do something, guys, because this is complete bullcrap. I can't wait for the day when this community gets together and actually does something. Because we definitely have had protests before, and they have been, for the most part, successful. But really, like really, get something started that gets huge. And I don't have that much of a voice right now. I don't think that I can do that. And like Islander, who has 6 times as many subs as me. I don't know if I can really do that because I don't have that big of an influence. But if we can get a bunch of YouTubers, a bunch of clans together, I think that we honestly could make a difference and start a protest that could actually turn into something. I don't know, guys. Tell me what you think, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys. I'm going to end this video now. Please like and subscribe because it definitely helps me out a lot. Tell me what you think about what I said in this video because, you know, I want to hear your opinion about this very controversial topic. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. I'm going to see you next time. Bye.